they might miss the play-in game. You're not going to be picking in the top 4 in all likelihood. You could be sending like a 10th pick to Orlando because of the Vooch deal. You're not going to get Portland's pick. You're not going to have a first rounder. Man, like a year later, how much has changed? Like our general mood and feeling and attitude about this team has changed so much in just a year, but they just seem listless right now, and without
going through the emotions.
Yeah,
right?
That's just kind of the way it's
just kind of playing out the string. Isn't that what they say? There's 21 games, 24, 23 games left. 23 games left. Playing out the string 24. Is what they call it in the industry.
Yeah.
Yeah, playing out the string. That's it.
I think there's 24 because they're at 78, Jurko. So there's 24 games left.
24 games, yeah. They're not at 78 with 24 games left.
What's that?
They're not at 78 with 24.
No, they're at 58. Excuse me, 58. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
58 games, 24 left.
Right, I got you.
Thank you.
No, but that's where they're at.
They've added games of the season, Jurko. You didn't know that? They should be reducing, not adding. Yeah, I don't know. I can't even muster up the energy or the effort to get behind some sort of playoff push for this team. I'll watch tonight. They're playing the Bucks. They're playing Giannis last game before the All-Star break.
Watch. There's no reason not to watch.
Yeah.
They play half a game.
I know. They play a half a game.
Which is why they're maddening. They dominate the Indiana Pacers.
Up 24.
Second time against them in Indiana, they piddled it away.
That's a good point. They did do that twice.
Yes, second time, Carmen.
Donovan's got to be sick of saying the same things over and over again about the lack of focus and the lack of execution. They just don't have it.
And I don't know if you saw Zach LaVine shot at the end of the game.
So I met up with a couple of neighbors and we were having a beer at the bar down the street and the game was on. You know what we were more into? We were more into the Northwestern Indiana game. Northwestern Indiana game.
Sure.
So I don't know which shot.
Can I give you the Phil Jackson analysis of this? If he was talking to Michael,
yes,
Michael, they're going to double you. Get the ball to John. Get the ball to Pax. They went. They had bodies on him. He went and took a double clutch. Had to move it over to the side. Tried to fake a guy out and threw up a 3-pointer. I mean, if it goes in, you're saying, "Hey, fantastic shot." It did not go in.
So those are the things that Billy Donovan's talking about too. Like, are we properly making the decisions that are necessary to win games in this league?
You don't need to take the shot because you're Zach LaVine. You need to get the ball to an open player with the highest percentage shot possible.
Yeah. This is not good.
Wide open threes are different than taking contested threes.
I totally agree with that.
And whether he was doubled or not, but he was covered very well.
Was he?
He's covered well, put the fake up, and then had to adjust his shot as he went up to go to, to the side.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked really like it was, that's the Hail Mary of Hail Marys. Yeah.
Bulls are a game and a half out of the 10th spot in the East right now. Damn it, I need him just for my bet. I'm starting to get a little worried. Like it's gonna be close. I'm teetering here. I think I'm gonna be okay. The bet with Bleck and Abdallah. I do not want to eat at the Olive Garden, man. I guess that's why I'm interested in the Bulls playoff push more than anything. I don't think they're going to do a damn thing. I just need them to make the damn tournament because I picked them as one of the 10 teams in the East, for crying out loud. Jerry's in Orland Park. What's up, Jerry?
Hey, I got to believe Zach LaVine, I watched that game last night, is the most selfish player in the NBA. He's all about getting his. He just does not, mesh with the team. He's going to the hole all the time, jacking up threes. They're up by 20, and he has no conscience at all. I mean, if I was DeRozan, I'd want him.
Jerry, you're breaking up there at the end a little bit. I don't know what he was going to say if I would want. I don't know if, there's been some reports. Cap was reporting it that Billy and Zach just aren't on the same page. There was an incident right around Christmas, or I guess it was maybe right after Christmas, like before New Year's, I think. Jurko, remember that whole story about DeMar and Zach not being on the same page, and that Zach actually had to be called out a little bit in the locker room and then started playing better for a brief period of time. Look, I don't know that Zach's a selfish player. He's not a perfect player, and he's not a max player. We've been telling you that. There are a lot of things to like about Zach LaVine and his game. He's not carrying you. He's not a max player. And when you're down your starting point guard all year in Lonzo Ball, when you're down DeMar DeRozan and you're shorthanded, to expect Zach to elevate everybody, I think it's not that he's selfish. I think you're expecting something that he's not capable of doing. That's what I think it is. I don't think he's selfish. I don't think he's capable, I guess, would be my my retort or my response to that.
Would you say Zach LaVine is a great sidekick?
Yeah, and that's the way. That's an even better way to put it. Just like Zach needs to be a 2 or a 3 with a great player on his team.
And he can handle that fine.
Yes.
Not an issue.
Yes.
And DeMar DeRozan's not a number 1.
No. So they don't have it. When Zach's got to play make and make the right decisions, you're probably in trouble.
And Vooch isn't a 1. So you got a handful of, you've got 2s and 3s.
They're back to where they were with Gar and Pax, and nobody could stand that. My God. And I get it. Like, that ran its course. Okay. But they are no better off right now. They are in no better position. They have no first-round draft pick unless it would take a miracle. I mean, they are no better off, people. I guess Portland could still make it in the – well, how does that work then, though? They go – so if you lose the play-in tournament, you're back in the lottery, right? Yeah. If you're –
I think so, yes.
They could make that tournament out west, but you're probably not going to get Portland's pick. You're probably not going to get lucky enough to get a top 4 pick and hold on to your own. They are no better off, people. The only good thing is they can trade Zach this offseason, I guess. And you can maybe try to stock up on some assets and reload with some picks. If you find a team that is good, that feels like they're a piece or two away, that wants a scorer in Zach, you go out and you make a deal this summer. And you got to believe here. I mean, AK talking about the 28 games thing. Remember, Black and Abdallah played that montage of how many times he said it in his 15-minute press. He said it like 13 times in a 15-minute press conference last week about these last 28 games and evaluating. They can't like what they're seeing. He can't like what he's seen all year, despite what he might say publicly. And he might have already made his mind up. But the way this is trending now, these final 24 games that are left and what we've seen since the trade deadline, not a good look. And it's going to lead them to the path of we're going to have to kind of reset this thing and blow it up here a little bit come the offseason.